everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 5 tips for the G2 road test. In this video, I'll be going over 5 driving tips that will help you pass your G2 road test and get your license. Let's get right to it. Tip number 1, and this is the most important tip in my opinion, that's why I put it first, is practice driving as much as possible. What you want to do is you want to practice driving as much as you can, because the practice makes perfect. Practicing driving will allow you to be the best driver possible. So that means a few things. Number 1, it means practicing your knowledge. So study the road signs, study what you would do in certain situations, study everything that you can about cars around you. You have cars everywhere on the road, so study them and study how other people drive. That will improve your knowledge about driving. Also, practice means practicing in actual practicality, as in getting behind the wheel and driving a vehicle, okay? Now, when you practice driving and you have someone beside you that's helping you drive or that's watching over your driving, ask them for advice and ask them for tips if they have been driving for a while. If they're a really experienced driver, if they're a good driver, which I hope that they are, ask them for advice and practice as much as possible. Drive as much as you can drive, because the more that you drive, the better that you will become at driving, the better that you will be at driving a car. It's that simple. It's like everything else in life. If you practice shooting a basketball in a net, you're inevitably going to get more accurate with your shots. It's literally that simple. Tip number 2. Prepare for unforeseen circumstances. So what that means is this. You may have some unforeseen circumstances that occur during your road test, during your G2 road test. That means maybe someone's gonna cut you off. That means maybe you're gonna be driving and there's gonna be emergency lights coming from behind you. Maybe they're gonna be coming towards you. Maybe they're gonna be coming from the left, from the right. Maybe something else is going to happen on the road that you did not predict will happen. You need to get ready mentally for those situations that are very unlikely to occur, because if they do occur, you better know what you're doing and you better make the right decisions quickly. The best way to make the right decisions quickly is to be prepared and be ready. The best way to be ready is to think about what might happen and think about what you will do if it does happen. If you do that, you will be very prepared for those unforeseen circumstances and you'll know what you're gonna do. Tip number 3, check your mirrors frequently. When you have had your license for a while, people generally get out of the habit of checking their mirrors frequently and basically end up just checking them when they are redirecting their vehicle, when they're switching lanes, when they're making a turn, and so forth. But when you are doing your road test and in actual practicality, you should be checking your mirrors frequently, because when you're looking ahead, you see what's going on in front of you. But what's going on behind you is just as important as what's going on in front of you. So the best way to see what's going on behind you while you're driving is to check your mirrors. You have 2 mirrors on the side of your vehicle and you have 1 rear view mirror in the center of your windshield. Check those frequently, okay? Now, how frequently is up to you, but make sure that you're checking them on a regular basis. Even if you're not switching lanes, even if you're not reversing the car, check your mirrors. Tip number 4 is actually related to tip number 3, which was checking your mirrors. Tip number 4, and this may sound a little bit weird, but it's true, is exaggerate your head movements. When you check your mirrors, okay, the person who is marking you on your test, the instructor, the tester, the driving tester for your G2 test will be checking to make sure that you are indeed checking your mirrors and checking your blind spots. So with that being said, one of the best things that you can do is ensure that they are seeing that you're actually checking your mirrors. Because if you're checking your mirrors and you're just kind of moving your head to the side like this, they may not notice that and they may think that you weren't checking your mirrors, when in reality you were checking your mirrors. So instead of just taking a chance and just moving your head slightly like that to check your mirrors, if you're going to check your passenger side mirror, check it like that. If you're going to check your driver's side mirror, like that. Exaggerate your head movements so that you know that the testing person will see that you're checking your mirrors and your blind spot. Don't check your blind spot like this. Check it like that. Really make sure that they know that you're checking your mirrors and your blind spot. If you're checking your rear view mirror, usually if I'm driving and I'm checking my rear view mirror, I just move my eyes up like that. But what you might want to do is go like that, so they know that you're checking your mirrors and your blind spots. As an added tip to make it even more exaggerated, you can actually wear a baseball cap or a hat. And that will really allow them to see that you're checking your mirrors, because the baseball cap will just completely move. That's up to you, but that's an added tip if you really want to make sure that they know that you're checking your mirrors and your blind spot. And last but not least, tip number 5 has to do with stop signs. Now, once again, as people have had their license for a while, they generally will stop at a stop sign, quickly make sure there's nobody there, and start driving again. But when you're going for your road test, and in practicality, what you should do, even once you've had your license for a while, is come to a complete stop at a stop sign, obviously, because that's the law. Stay stopped at that stop sign for 3 seconds, and in those 3 seconds, you're gonna check the other directions of the road. So if it's a 4-way stop, you're gonna come to a complete stop, and within the 3 seconds that you are stopped, you're gonna look left, center, right, left again, and then if nobody is there, or if you know you have the right of way and you know for sure that you can go, then you're gonna proceed. You need to stop at a stop sign fully. Wait there for 3 whole seconds. Not 1, 2, 3. 3 whole full seconds. And in those 3 seconds, you're gonna look left, center, right, left again. Okay, left, center, right, left again. That's the order to remember. L, C, R, L again. L, C, R, L. Never forget that. And that's basically it. These are 5 tips, 5 driving tips for your G2 road test. If you want to get your license and you need to pass your G2, then these 5 tips will help you have the most likely chance at passing. Use them effectively, go do your test, don't be nervous, practice as much as possible, and you'll be good to go. And that's basically it. Be sure to subscribe for more car videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.